Psalms 107, Part 1. And this looks like it's going to be quite, well, it should be about 2 hours long. Give thanks to YHVH, for he is good, for his love kindness is everlasting. His love is everlasting. His love for us is everlasting. Let the redeemed by YHVH. Redeemed by YHVH. Oh, I shouldn't have ate some barbecue. My voice is starting to go here. So say so whom he. Okay. Yeah, that's why they've got all that punctuation in there, so you don't see it like that. Don't say it like that. So, is redeemed from the hand of the adversary and gathered from the lands, from the east, west, north, and south. They wandered, although I don't know how it was from the west. The west is the Mediterranean, so let's do that. From the east, north, and south. They wandered the wilderness. They wandered they didn't, they wandered in. They wandered in a desert region. Don't need the word region. They did not find a way to inhabit the city. Excuse me, they were being led to the promised land. So this is wrong. They were hungry and thirsty. Their soul fainted within them. I don't think so. Soul is forever, so I don't know what they're talking about here. And we have a soul, and it looks very much like what you look like here, the way you are. It just doesn't have no sex, no nipples, no belly button. No hair. So that's not true. Then they cried out to YHVH. I think it's this. He delivered them out of their distress. He led them straight away to go to an inhabited city. This again is not true. Let them give thanks to YHVH for his love and his wonders. To the sons of men, to the children from man, for he satisfied their thirst and hunger. He filled them with what is good. I don't remember that part. Do you? They were those who dwelt in darkness. No, those who dwell in darkness are the enemy. So the enemy is sneaking their words in there. Did you see that? So pretty much this is probably going to be all out. Because right now what's left, they gathered from the lands east, northwest, south, gathered, and they wandered in a desert. They didn't wander, our creator led them there. So they journeyed to the desert. He gathered them from Egypt, so that isn't right, unless the story is different. Because this is thirsty and hungry because they were in the desert. In the shadow of death, our prisoners are in misery and in chains because they rebelled against the word of God. And spurred the counsel of the Most High. He didn't come down and consult them. I'm sorry. He just didn't do that. He commanded what needed to be done. He humbled their heart with labor. They stumbled and there was none to help. Then they cried out to YHVH in their trouble. He saved them out of their distress. Where's this distress coming from? Where are these prisoners in chains? This is from if they're in the desert, yes, in the shadow of death, prisoners, because they rebelled against. This is not true, because they had rebelled against. He humbled in their hearts, and they stumbled, and there was none to help. Then they cried out in his distress. He broke their bands apart. Hold on here. They were never put in chains. He let them give thanks to YHVH for his love and wonders. This is not there. For he shattered the gates of bronze and cut the bars asunder. Didn't do that neither. Fools, because they were rebellious way, and because of their iniquities they were afflicted. No. Their soul adored all kinds of food, and they drew near the gates of death. Then they cried out to YHVH in their trouble, and he saved them in distress. Now, I don't know of any of these times that they're talking about. Example, here's this one. Here's this one. And here's this one. So I'm not seeing a story here. I'm seeing a bunch of words. He sent his word and healed them. He didn't do that and delivered them from their destruction. Here, this is a repeat again. Let me see if I can give them a different color here. Kind of suspicious when you see them like that. They also offered sacrifices of thanksgiving and tell of his works with joyful singing. Those who go down to the sea in ships, who do business on the great waters, they have seen the works of YHVH and his wonders in the deep. I don't think so. Now, he did cause all the ships that were merchants to fail and never to rise up again as a great fleet, a shipping fleet. And this is, if this is talking about it, this is way out there. I mean, it's the map I've been showing you. But I don't see this. They don't just offer sacrifices for Thanksgiving. I have a funny feeling that there's nothing going to be here. Right now, I don't see anything. I mean, the text is not flowing like anything we've seen that really reveals a true story. I mean, this text is sent. He sent his word and healed them and delivered them from their destruction. They didn't have. That's just not true. I don't see the labor that he did this for, okay? Now, I know the Bible inside and out, and I'm telling you, this is in the desert. That kind of goes from here. If he gathered them from Egypt, the east and west, and that would have only been because they were out delivering the bricks that they made. This is still talking about the destructions, and their souls melted away. Your soul exists even after you die. So this is not true. They rose up lower, they went down to depth. So this would be talking or combined with this. They reeled and staggered like a drunken male, and were at their wits' end. But if they were on the ships, they weren't merchants. Never were they merchants. So, and he didn't save any of them that were on those boats. and he got him to do you know where this haven is at? Okay. Let them give thanks to YV. Yep, that's a repeat. That's the repeat we keep getting. And praise them at the seat of the elders. He changed rivers into a wilderness, and springs of water into thirsty ground, and the fruitful land into salt waste, because the wicked they had dwelled there. He changed the wilderness into a pool of water, and dry land into springs of water. We know the story. They weren't. It was a river, but yes, it was a spring that became a river. There he makes the hungry to dwell, and that he may establish the inhabited city. Fruitful harvest. All this is out. He also blessed them and multiplied them greatly, and he does not let their cattle decrease. When they are diminished and bowed down through oppression, misery, and sorrow, he pours contempt on the princes and makes them one wandering. I don't know of any story that this guy is writing from. This is just stuff that's just put in. This is all out. This is just terrible. We've been lied to, and they're lying so much in this one. It's only going to be 17 minutes long. It was just a disaster here. Just a disaster. And I guess this one should be in yellow. Surprised they didn't repeat that a couple more times. Anyways, I don't see it. I don't keep crap